Welcome to our December issue, Ask Susan column about giving. So I've asked Mick Sterling to join me today. Mick, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, Susan.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You're a pretty busy guy.
I'm rather busy.
You are. And people know you as a musician,
Yes.
and that you have been a musician in the Twin Cities for many, many years.
Yes, sir. I've over 4 decades now. We're
Yeah.
getting in the 4-decade land, which is great.
Congrats.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. But along the way,
Yes.
you had a revelation or a dream, something hit you that you wanted to start a nonprofit. And that's what I wanted to share with our readers today.
Thank you.
About what inspired you. Tell us about the 30-Day Foundation. When I first heard about it, it inspired me.
Thank
you. As you know, as a result, I've reached out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, what the 30-Day Foundation does really resonates with me. And I want you to share that same message that I heard.
I'm very proud of it. I mean, it really kind of started, I'd been known for doing charity events prior to starting 30 Days Foundation. And I did this concert event in Excelsior.
Okay.
And it was called By the Bay Music Festival. And everybody thought it was a charity event because they were so used to it. But it was just an event that I wanted to do. And I thought, well, if everybody thinks I should do charity events, I should come up, find a good charity. I was looking for one, and nothing was really knocking me out. And then all these people around me in the span of about 10 days had things that happened to them. You know, my serpentine belt broke. One of my singers was going to get evicted because they were $200 short on rent. Two of my sisters lost, their husband got sick, one got laid off, and one got, fired. And it was like, these are problems.
Right.
I thought, well, that's an interesting idea. So I met with a couple of people. They each wrote me a check for $300 and said, start this charity.
Right.
And that's how the 30 Days Foundation started. It was just such a basic, simple idea. And it's been wonderful.
Right. And it was 14 years ago, right?
We're celebrating 15 years next year, which is huge.
All right. That's very exciting. The one message that you shared one time I heard you speak about the 30-Day Foundation was that you just wanted to remove the red tape.
Yes.
There's a lot of services within our community, especially in Minnesota. We're really a giving community. And there are services. There's food shelves. There's services that are available to people in need.
Yes.
But there's red tape. Am I right?
There's red tape, but there's communication red tape. That's why the 30 Days Foundation, when people reach us, it's just an email. You don't fill out an application. It's just, let's just talk.
Right.
Let's have a human being look at what your request. And I kind of joke the 30 Days Foundation is almost like we're like an online bartender.
Yeah.
In the sense of there's anonymity of emailing.
Right.
You don't have to go to a place. You don't have to look at somebody. Man, because of that safety net, I think people are they just go, tell me everything.
Right.
Sometimes we get a request that's a sentence, but most times it's about 6 to 25 paragraphs.
Okay.
Because people really feel like I can say what is actually happening.
Sure.
And that's really been since day one. People have trusted this concept. They like it. And
then you also have a policy of paying directly. So
correct.
If I'm on the verge of being evicted, I'm short on rent.
Yes.
You pay the landlord directly. Is that right?
Right. That is our Keep the Key program. So all of our donations that we make only go to the service provider that requires the payment, not the person.
Right.
All communication is through email. So everybody's seeing the same thing. Phone calls are messy. People forget.
Yep.
And people are very vulnerable and frustrated and angry, and that's not a good state to communicate. Right. So that's why all communication is through email.
Yep.
So it's very simple, very easy to track.
And I mean, anybody can fall into hard times, right, Mick? I mean, that was the one thing that you also
That's the phrase, because we've all been there.
Right.
Everybody has been there. There's two main phrases of 30, because we've all been there, and it's not the amount, it's the timing of the amount.
Right.
Even a phone bill of $75 can change the trajectory for somebody.
Right.
It takes one thing off of the plate that has a lot of things on the plate. And we try and take care of things very early. So people don't get into big trouble down the line.
And it's emotional And
very
it,
emotional.
for some people, it can be very embarrassing too, right?
It's yes.
So that's kind of a
Well,
hurdle.
it's hard to ask for help
Yeah.
if you've never asked for help before in your life.
Or if you grew up in an environment that you didn't, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anything. It's a muscle that you use.
Mm-hmm.
If you're used to asking for help, you're used to it.
Right.
But like with my sisters, when their husbands got sick and laid off,
Yeah.
they lived in Egan and Woodbury. They don't know
Yeah.
how to. They've never asked for help before in their lives,
Mm-hmm.
and they're too embarrassed
Mm-hmm.
to ask for help.
Right.
But then they still are in need of help.
Right.
So it's anybody in the state of Minnesota that's a resident
Mm-hmm.
or Western Wisconsin can at least ask
Sure.
for help. That's one of the guidelines.
So let me ask you this, Vic. How do we get the message out that this 30-day foundation exists, and get it to the people that actually need it?
Well, thankfully, I mean, I think a lot of people find out about the foundation from my shows and
Okay.
just for being around for 14
All right.
years. But we have about 70 different agencies that reach
Mhm.
us
Okay.
when
All
they're,
right.
because they can do this. They have
Right.
a charter that does
Yep.
this, but maybe their client needs more than what they can provide. That's when they reach us. So the charities love us
Okay.
because we're like a conduit charity. We
Mhm.
can do things that maybe they can't do,
Yeah.
that they want to do,
Mhm.
but they just can't do it. So when we have the funds to do it,
Mhm.
we can move very quickly,
Mhm.
which is nice.
So you've built this great network, then, is what you're saying?
I don't know if I'd use built. That
Yeah.
that means like I actually planned it.
Yeah. It just
It just kind of organically happened
All right. That's
by
fair.
what we've done, and the agencies are seeing the good work that we're doing,
Sure.
and now they're reaching out to us, and which is really nice because we're outsourcing their staffing
Yeah.
and vetting and
Mhm.
brick and mortar. I can't do that,
No.
but they can't do what we do.
Right.
So it's a good partnership.
So who reads the emails?
I do.
Do you read all of them?
I read all of them.
Wow.
I answer all of them.
Can you share some stories?
Well, I think there's so many, but I think
Yeah.
even just the first one
Okay.
is so illustrative of what. So I started this when MySpace was
Okay.
around.
Oh,
So
wow,
I
yeah.
put it out on
That's a
MySpace.
long time
It's a
ago.
long time ago. It's like Ask Jeeves, it's my joke with Ask Jeeves.
I know.
But I put it out on MySpace, and the first woman who reached us, sent me a list of the things that were like $1,500 that culminated to $1,500. That was the top
Yeah.
that I set the limit for, and I just started it. I had like $300,
Okay.
and she needed her Sprint phone bill paid,
Yeah.
and it was under $100, like
Right.
80 something dollars, and she gave me all the information. I called Sprint, I paid the bill, and I wasn't going to call anybody, but she was my first
Yeah.
person.
Mhm.
So I called her and I said, we can't do all of it,
Yes.
but I just paid your Sprint phone bill.
Right.
And she starts sobbing,
Yeah.
child sobbing,
Right.
and to the point where I couldn't understand her. But when she
Mhm.
composed herself, where she said, "I'm so embarrassed. I can't even pay my phone bill.
Yeah.
I can't talk to my family about it. I can't even believe
Yeah.
this is happening to me."
Right.
And I got off the phone and went, "That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think I have something here."
Mhm.
Because that's not a lot of money.
No.
But at that particular time, for
Right.
that person, it was everything.
Right.
That's when I knew this was going to work. And I was actually surprised no one had thought of it
Sure.
before, because it seems so
I know.
simple. But I Googled and no one had thought of it
Right.
before. So it's been great.
And then I seem to remember you sharing that, once you get evicted, once you miss your phone bill, it's a fast spiral down.
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, I always say when you get into double digit things
Yeah.
that are happening to you financially,
Uh-huh.
you're pretty much done.
Yeah.
I don't care how smart you were at that time or you are.
Mhm.
It's impossible. Nobody has that much self-esteem
Right.
or gumption to come back when there's so much on you.
Yeah.
And that's what I want the 30 Days Foundation to do. Let's stop it after the second thing.
Sure.
What if you didn't get evicted this month?
Yeah.
What if you could have paid your car
Mhm.
payment? What if you didn't get your power turned off?
Right.
Because it all starts with these little unglamorous things.
Snowballs.
It
Yeah,
snowballs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the average gift?
I would say, but between $100 and $200,
Okay.
$100 and $200.
Okay.
That's pretty much the level that we do.
Yeah.
You know, a bridging application fee is $75.
Okay.
Sometimes, like a birth certificate renewal is $26.
Sure.
An apartment
You
application
know all
fee is
this.
$40 because I answer
He
it all.
knows everything.
I answer it all the time. But
Wow.
but think about like when we do an application fee,
Mm-hmm.
it's $40.
Yeah.
Well, that you pay that application fee.
Right.
Maybe that person gets in the apartment. If you don't do the application
Right.
fee, you'll never get into the apartment. If you don't
Right.
have a birth certificate that's working, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And it's only $26. That's the thing. It's not the amount, it's the timing of the
Yeah.
amount. When we do sober and recovery house donations
Mm-hmm.
now are top 3.
Are they?
And
Okay.
and we're not doing all of it, but even
Right.
$125 to get somebody into recovery
Yeah.
to help them with the deposit, it's such a hugely impactful grant from us because
Sure.
who knows? They could
Yeah.
heal from that, as you saw at the
Yes,
event.
the story from
Yes.
the young man at the Legends Luncheon.
Yes,
That was exactly
it's
his
exactly
story.
what happened.
He was, if I recall, he had gone through Hazelden.
Many times,
And-
different locations, many times.
Yeah, and but he didn't have the money for the application for the halfway house.
At that particular time, he needed some funding, and it just
Right.
happened to be us. It could have been
Right.
anybody.
Sure.
But it happened to be us, and because of that donation, he now has 8 sober homes that he
Right.
runs.
Right.
That we hit him at the right moment.
Right.
His brain, his spirit was
Yeah.
ready to change,
Mm-hmm.
and we just gave him $150.
Right.
But that's what happened. Now that's an extraordinary case,
Yeah.
but that's what can happen with little
Yeah,
things
sure.
like this.
And then, so tell us a little bit about your staffing. So you read all the emails.
I do.
And then who actually executes? Do you have a team that makes a decision what to give? Are there-
It's really kind of just driven by what I know is available at the
Okay.
time
Okay.
of the request. Thankfully, we have a fantastic accounting service
Mhm.
that, we do a lot of emailing back and forth going. So at the end of the month or by mid-month or so, I'll send 150 agreements grants that we're going to do.
Okay.
I send them the information. The accounting service goes through it, make sure we
Yeah.
haven't double dipped or whatever,
Yeah.
we've helped that person before, and then they mail it out to the entity that needs payment. Now, I did that by myself for the first 12 years.
Yeah.
I did everything.
That's a lot.
I did stamps and writing, and it was a lot.
So what
So
were you
this
doing?
helps.
Finishing a gig and then going home and reading emails?
Yes, I was.
At 3 a.m?
Yes, I was, and but because this is my thing.
Yeah.
So, and when you
I
have
know,
your
I
own
get
business,
it.
you're passionate
Yeah,
about
I get it.
your business, and so. But now, so it's still me answering the emails and
Mhm.
doing all the replies back and forth, because sometimes an email is an email back and forth.
Yeah.
Many times it's about 20 to 30 emails back and forth.
Okay.
It's a lot, but it has to be that
There's
for
some
this
therapy,
particular
it
charity.
sounds like. There's
Yes,
some therapy involved.
people have to
Right.
know that somebody gets what they're going through,
Cares.
and we
Yeah.
do. We get it.
So you mentioned something, I'm not sure if I quite caught it. If you've been a recipient
Yes.
before, are you eligible to be a recipient again?
You are in a 12-month period.
Okay.
So if you're helped in
Alright.
January of 2025, you can ask again in
Okay.
February of 2026.
So that you have to keep track of that. Of
Right,
course.
and because we do email, it's
Yeah.
very easy to put in the search bar.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not very technical.
Mhm.
It's really simple
Yeah.
because it needs to be simple for me
Right.
because I'm not that savvy at this stuff. So it needs to be what I understand.
It's keeping things organized.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're raising money all the time to be able to
yes.
support these ongoing needs. Am I
Yes,
correct?
That is right.
Do you notice different periods of time where maybe the need's greater? Like, for example, during COVID, did you see an increase?
COVID was very interesting because the two biggest things that we normally would do were not needed during that time because
Okay.
no one was getting evicted
Okay.
and no one was
Oh,
getting their
yeah.
power turned off.
Right.
So it was other things that they needed,
Uh-huh.
food cards, things like that. But the two top ones were not, that was not an issue as
Yeah.
much. But we still had hundreds of requests
All right.
every week.
So maybe I'm veering into something a little political now, but have you noticed anything recently with the government shutdown?
Um, in the sense of, we used to do food cards,
Yeah.
food and fuel cards,
Uh-huh.
and then we stopped doing that because it wasn't in the theme of going directly to the service provider.
Right.
It was going to the person. That was the only thing that was
Right.
actually going to the person.
Yep.
And my thought is, if someone's going to get a $100 Target card,
Uh-huh.
they're going to get groceries or they're going to get clothes. They're not going to go get $100 of candy,
Right.
you know. But I get the concept. It's
Yeah.
not directly.
Uh-huh.
So we stopped doing that.
Uh-huh.
But once the government shutdown happened, we received a lot more requests for food and
Okay.
store cards. So I tried to. I sent donations to entities that do it because it can't come from us.
Okay.
So it was vetted in that way.
Is there ever a time that you will deny a request?
Oh, we overwhelmingly deny requests.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Because we don't have enough. We get 400 to 500 new requests every week, and we're a
Okay.
tiny charity.
Sure.
So I mean that's when when I say to people when they go, well, why can't you help me?
Yeah.
I go, we get 36
Yeah.
emails from clients, from people that reach us saying, I was this incredibly large charity
Right.
said they didn't have any money.
Right.
Like, math is math.
Right. Yeah.
Every charity, no matter how big, you can only do what you have
Yeah.
available to do. So as I said at Legends Luncheon, it's my goal for the next year and the following years is to say yes more
Okay.
and no less.
All right.
I don't want to change what we're doing.
Right.
And I know we can't help everybody, but I just want to help more than we are when we have the funds to do it, because it can move very quickly.
So that was leading to my question about what your long-term aspirations and goals are with the 30-Day Foundation.
Well, I mean, the way my brain works,
Yeah.
I think this could go easily national.
Right.
Every town in America
I agree.
needs this simple concept.
Uh-huh.
And I think every charity around the country
Yeah.
would have the same reaction that the Minnesota charities have with 30 days if it was in their town.
Sure.
I went to Charlotte because I was trying to get NASCAR
Okay.
a long time ago to think of 30 days.
Yeah.
I'm driving around Charlotte going, 30 days would be unbelievable here.
Right.
In any town,
Right.
people need help.
Even Nashville, music scene. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
New
So
Orleans.
I want to help more people. I want to keep
Right.
the mission incredibly simple as it is.
Uh-huh.
I just want to help more people
Right.
in effective ways.
Okay.
But we can't do that if we don't have the funds to do it.
Right. So it's really raising the money and having this vision to be able to ultimately be able to expand beyond Minnesota.
Yeah, and it really gets to the thing of nobody grows up to say, I can't wait to be in debt.
Right.
I can't wait to not take care of my bills.
Sure.
Nobody says that.
Right.
It just happens
Yeah.
through
Things
all
happen to
kinds
people.
of things, and that's what's been so revelatory of doing 30 Days Foundation every day for almost 15 years.
Right.
I read the stories. Nobody wants to ask for help.
Sure.
They'd rather not.
Yes.
They'd rather not, but they've reached this point where they have to tell somebody, and we are this safe way without going through all the bureaucratic, jumping up and down
Sure.
to do. Just tell me what's going on, and
Yeah.
then we can go, we can do this, we can't do that. Maybe you asked for something bigger,
Right.
but we can't do that.
Right.
But we could do this $125 towards your electric bill.
Right.
Would that help? And 99% of the
Yes.
time they go, God, yes, that
Yeah.
would be amazing. It's one thing off your plate.
Well, Nick, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I really appreciate having this chat with you
Thanks for
today
letting me
and
babble.
and sharing. The message, when I first heard about the 30-Day Foundation, it just really resonated with me. I came to the office and shared it with my team.
Yep.
And so now I get to share it with lots more people.
Well, that's
So
that's
thank
the
you.
beautiful thing. If I could just say one more thing, because this what you're doing for us is so amazing. Because I just keep saying it's impossible. You can't donate to something you don't even know exists.
Right, that's true.
You can't, and that's really in the next 15 years, I want more people to know that we are a thing to donate to. We're a good charity. There's 1,000 great charities in this state.
Yes.
We're a good one.
Yeah,
We're a good one too.
the money goes a long way.
It does.
When you think about it, your average is 150, something along those lines. It goes a long way.
It goes a long way, and the impact of it is huge.
Huge.
Yep.
Huge. And it's good for our community.
I agree.
Well, thank you, Mick.
Thank you, Susan.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Okay.
If you'd like to support the 30 Days Foundation, simply scan the QR code on the screen or visit the 30-daysfoundation.org and click the donate button. Every contribution helps individuals and families who need a short-term financial boost to get back on their feet. The 30 Days Foundation is an independent 501c3 nonprofit organization and is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or providing compensation to Styles Financial Services. Our support, including our own charitable contribution, is solely to raise awareness and assist their mission. SFSI receives no benefit from any donations made.
Thank you for watching. Ask Susan is an educational column created by Styles Financial Services. SFSI is an SEC, fee-only RIA in Minnesota. Information presented is to be used for conversational purposes only, with the intent to spark a dialogue between you and your financial professional to see if it pertains to your own unique circumstances. This is not the receipt of or a substitute for personalized advice from Styles Financial or any other investment professional, and is not intended as an offer of solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Styles Financial Services is not a law firm or accounting firm, and no portion of this program should be interpreted as legal, accounting, or tax advice. Viewers are encouraged to seek advice from a qualified tax, legal, or investment advisor to determine whether any information presented may be suitable for their specific situation.